What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the show that's being done on every Saturday evening of the Sportsstatus podcast. I am your host, Nate the Great, and today's show is a fourth quarter reaction to the Arizona Cardinals versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now it's a fourth quarter reaction, so this unlike some of the shows that we've done in the past, I'm only reacting to the fourth quarter as the Colts currently have the lead. I know this is a little bit late. Arizona just kicked a field goal from Matt Prater, kicked a 41-yard field goal, but however, it is no good. It was hit upright. So the Colts currently have the ball at their own 23-yard line. That was actually just the last thing that was done. And we actually are we're probably going to be heading into commercial break in a little bit because of the missed field goal. Now, one thing I've noticed about when I was watching this game is that the Indianapolis Colts have a very hurt offensive line. Really, it's just their right guard that's the only current active player that's part of their starting roster. But even though their entire offensive line is hurt, they still have a lead over an Arizona Cardinals team who is in the process of who's probably going to be making a playoff shot. Who was arguably the number one team in the NFL, not just NFC. I mean, I know that's not true. They did lose to Lions last week. I get that. But the Cardinals were the number one team in the NFL just a few weeks ago. Colts need to get a little bit more credit than what they deserve. And I feel like this is entirely on the run game with Jonathan Taylor. The Colts are currently undefeated at the moment when Jonathan Taylor has rushed over 100 additional yards. But when Jonathan Taylor rushes less than 100 yards, the Colts have not won a single game. That tells you, how much Jonathan Taylor really means to this team. And two, the Colts can't win. Obviously, the Colts can't win without him. They're actually replaying it. The field goal that was kicked by Arizona just right now, as Indianapolis currently has the ball. Looks like Indianapolis, they're hitting the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. He runs up just for a couple of yards. So it's now 2nd and 7 at the Indianapolis 34. However, there is a penalty, holding 10-yard penalty of force. So this is actually going to go down to is considered a no play. Colts have the ball again. Again, this is still 2nd and 7. Despite penalty, that there's still no change to this whole thing. And there's another flag down on the play as Carson Wentz just throws over to the left side to T.Y. Hilton. Penalty on Indianapolis Trenter. Another holding, 10-yard penalty. Again, they're reviewing it. A lot of these penalties are on the Colts offensive linemen that are not their starting members that you would normally see. And Carson Wentz throws out to the left side, and that looks like it's T.Y. I'm sorry, no, not be Pittman. Wow, that was a great play by Pittman. Gets the first down marker. I can expect that the Colts are probably going to go on the passing game a little bit more because of their offensive line, and I probably expect a little bit more holding calls by their offensive linemen that you wouldn't expect because of the injury. Carson Wentz hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor does not go for very far, or gets in a gain of 2. Colts are currently up 15-13. So tonight, the Cardinals have missed 2 field goals, an extra point. Now they have turnover. There was a turnover on downs. So the Cardinals, one that they've been struggling on is miscues. And Carson Wentz throws out to the right side. Whoa, almost there. That was close. Not quite a touchdown. That was a great play to T.Y. Hilton. Throws deep. To the 15. Carson Wentz, he hands it off to Jonathan Taylor for a short gain. But has not been able to get much on the play. The only time, there has been one time, and that was this week. The Arizona Cardinals are the only team to hold Jonathan Taylor to 6 or more losses of yards. And yet he's so close. He might be crossing that 100 yard mark now. Looks like Carson Wentz is actually going to be on the ground this time and rushes for a quick short gain. I'm thinking that the reason that they're constantly going with these short gains is to knock time off on the clock. They're up by 2 at this point. It would make sense. Carson Wentz is running out, throws out to the left side. Touchdown! And the Indianapolis Colts, that goes to Desmond Patton. Desmond Patton, number 10, excuse me, but there's a flag down on the play. And Wentz throws, he escapes out to the pocket for a short little while and makes that play to get the touchdown. However, there's a flag down. And that actually might go roughing to the passer, but I don't. Maybe they haven't called it yet, or yeah, I think it might go roughing the passer. I think they should get rid of that call. To be honest, it needs to be workshopped a bit because there had been plenty of rough in the passer penalties that have. Yeah, it was roughing the passer, but because Colts scored a touchdown and the extra kick is good, the Colts now have a 22-13 lead. The and now it's commercial break. I think I've addressed the injury to the Colts offensive line, but I think the reason why they've had these two, and I'm not saying that this is an excuse because last week they played the Detroit Lions, but I think that D Hop is the X factor to this Cardinals team. If D Hop was in the starting lineup, he's not because he's hurt. I get that. But I think if we had a healthy D Hop in that lineup, I mean, as if they had a healthy D Hop in that lineup, then sorry, that was a complete brain fart. Then the Colts would have not Colts, the Cardinals would be winning. All right, that was a complete brain fart. And now they're struggling this time because the Cardinals are missing that extra wide receiver, and we do have a comment. And you had no offensive line. Shut it, go Colts. Yeah, I'm just saying that it would be a completely different outcome if the Cardinals had DeAndre Hopkins last week. I think this is part of the reason why they're the chemistry that they have down. Not the chemistry, but the and I'm forgetting the word here, but the system that they have down as the Colts are about to punt it off. Is missing D Hop, so it's actually just throwing everything off. And Sanchez kicks it off, and they're about to get going. Going again. That's now it's number 83. Now they're replaying the touchdown again. Again, that was a great play by Wentz. We're playing last. It's now 22-13. Colts are on top. Cardinals have the ball at their own 28. And the Chase Edmonds is running it off. He gets the first down marker. Good gain of 11 yards. It's first and 10 at their own 38. Ooh, and a miss and a bad snap by Arizona. Snapped it way too far out to the right. Kyler Murray tried to get something going, but wasn't able to find anybody. There was no flag on that last play. And Kyler Murray throws out to the right side, goes to Edmonds. It's now third down. 3rd and 6. Kyler Murray throws out deep, but deep to number 86. But it looks like the Cardinals wide receiver out there, which was actually AJ Green. He was double teamed. And they're now going now it's now 4th down marker. Now the question is, are they going to kick it off? Or are they going to try to go for it on a 4th down? They're currently trailing by 9. Still 2 possession. And it looks like they are going for it on 4th down. It's now 4th and 6, but they have completed a 4th down conversion once in this game. And it looks like, ooh, that's not able to go. The Colts turn the ball over. Incomplete pass down the middle. Kyler 22-13, 5:19 on 5:19 left in the 4th. And we have hit commercial break. Now, if the Colts ended up with the win, then there is nothing that's, Colts will probably be in the lead to win the AFC South. I wouldn't doubt it. But if the Colts lose to the Arizona Cardinals, which is hence why I'm rooting for the Cardinals in this game. Well, actually, it helps my team, but I don't think we're going to the playoffs. It helps Denver. The Titans will win the AFC South, and the Arizona Cardinals will clinch playoff berth. Still in commercial break. Indianapolis Colts the next couple of games. Actually, I'm going to address a couple of comments first, real quick. That we don't have any right now at the moment, any additional new ones, to say. For those of you watching and really like what have going on here, I'm streaming right now, both on the Sportsstatus Facebook page, streaming right on the All Sports All Plays Network Facebook page, streaming on the YouTube as well, and Twitch. YouTube, we're trying to boost up the YouTube, so go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that like button, and share it out to all of the friends, family that's out there. They're actually viewing the playoff picture right now. Now, like last year, there will only be one seed that gets the first round bye. There, like last year, the second seed will not get the first round bye. Colts are handing it off to the running back for some time, and they're replaying that last play, that last incompletion. No, actually, scratch that. It wasn't the last incompletion. It was a couple of plays before that about AJ Green. Colts enemy territory. Handing it off to Jonathan Taylor again, and barely. Actually, that's their 8th loss. 8th time today where the Colts ran for a loss. Jonathan Taylor ran for a loss. That is the only. This Cardinals game is the only team to do that for the Colts all season. For Jonathan Taylor all season. Cardinals take their first time out. The Cardinals play the Cowboys and the Seahawks as their remaining part of their remaining schedule, but the Indianapolis Colts play the Raiders, who are 7-7, and they have an easy game. This game that should be a W. However, I wouldn't be shocked if Jacksonville comes out and pulls it on top. Especially because Jacksonville knows how to beat the Indianapolis Colts when Jacksonville is the home team. They have done that every single year for the past 6 years, including last year. As a matter of fact, the only W that the Jacksonville Jaguars got was against the Colts when Jacksonville was the home team. That's sad. Plenty amusing. Again, Cardinals, the reason why they're losing right now is because of the miscues that they've had. Especially to their special teams. There were a couple of times that there were a couple of missed snaps, but the reason why they're trailing is because of their miscues. I think last week, if you go back to last game, the Browns and Packers. Browns probably would have won this game if they had at least one less turnover. One less interception thrown by Baker Mayfield. Every single touchdown that the Green Bay Packers had was off of a drive intercepted by a Green Bay Packers defender. Cardinals have the ball right now, 1st and 10. Cardinals are at their own 9-yard line. They need to come up with something going on as they throw it over the middle. The Christian Kirk. It's now second down. Good gain of 5. Second at 5. And we just passed 4 minutes left in this game. They're going back to the passing game again. This time again to Christian Kirk, number 86, gets the first down marker this time. And it is still 1st and 10. Cardinals, Kyler Murray scrambles and is getting the first down marker again because the Cardinals scrambling it this time. Kyler Murray scrambled and gets the first down marker. The Cardinals, trailing by 9, gets the first down. He ends up running out of bounds instead of having the tackle. So the clock is actually stopped. And Kyler Murray throws pass caught and gets the first down to Chase Edmonds again. Kyler Murray hands it off to the running back for some time. Throws it again. This time gets the first down marker. They're consistently going for it at first down, trying to go as fast as they can, maybe stopping the clock, throwing it out of bounds in this drive. Running it out of bounds just like Kyler Murray did with that scramble. Stopping the clock. They have only one timeout left, may I remind you. And that was to Zach Ertz this time. Their latest pass, where Zach Ertz got the first down marker. Now they're in the Cardinals and start the Colts. Ooh, Kyler Murray scrambles out and gets the first down, gets past the first down marker plus an additional yards, flagged down on the play. Holding. For Arizona, looks like that was. Oh, it looks like it might have been their center. Looks like it might have been Garcia, their center. To get them now, instead of a first down, which is what it would have been, is now 2nd and 13. But he throws it out to the right side. Again, to Arizona's tight end. Zach Ertz for the first down. I'm sorry, Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, it actually was the guy that caught the last pass. But it would end up being no good anyways. And there's a 2-minute warning. They're currently going over playoffs with NFC right now. At the moment, Cowboys have clinched division berth. Packers have clinched the NFC North title. And they reviewed who's on the hunt and all that kind of stuff. Cardinals clinch playoffs with a win or a tie, which they're probably not going to tie here. And the Colts, if there's a loss, however, there's a flag down on the play, and looks like that is 2-minute warning, but that goes to false start. Looks like that might be Chandler Jones. And that is a 2-minute warning. Cardinals down 22-13. Colts are currently up on top. Oh, and they're going for it again. Cardinals Cardinals threw it out this time. Cardinals threw it out to looks like it was Weasley. And Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray again throws it out. This time it was to Christian Kirk down the middle. It's now 1st and 10 at Indianapolis 20. Arizona has the ball. Wow. Kyler Murray throws it out to Weasley, but it looks like the pass was knocked out of the hands by number 34 for the Indianapolis Colts. It is now 2nd and 10. Cardinals have the football in the red zone for the Arizona. In the red zone in Indianapolis red zone. 1:17 left. Throwing it again. This time it was to Chase Edmonds. Gets to the 3rd down, 3rd and 2. You have 1 minute remaining. They're handing it off to Chase Edmonds again. Gets the 1st down marker. Runs it off out to the left side. Now the question is, if they score a touchdown, which they're going to have to score a touchdown here, do they go and kick the onside kick? Actually, they probably would, because you only have 55 seconds left in the game. Honestly, if Arizona turns the ball over here, I would do. Here's what I would do. As the Colts take timeout, I would. Here's how I would work it out if I was Arizona. Score a touchdown. Go for the 2. Kick the onside kick. Here, down by 9. That's not one possession. Now, I wouldn't be mad if they kick it, but at the same time, they've missed 2. They missed an extra point attempt, and they missed 2 field goals today. But this is at the point where the Cardinals really need it the most. Arizona throws. Kyler Murray throws out over the middle, and pass is blocked by Overwecki from the Indianapolis Colts. And look, the clock has stopped for a little bit. They weren't able to go with the play over here. It's now 2nd and goal. Kyler Murray, he throws out over to his left side. That be to Chase Edmonds. Do they get the touchdown? And no. They're reviewing it right now. His left foot was not inside the was not inside the field, so they're now going for a field goal attempt, which I really don't agree with that. I would go for it on 3rd. It's now 3rd and goal. Wait, what? Why would they go? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you go for it on a field goal on a third and goal, trailing by 9? Ooh. Looks like they still ended up going. It's now 22-16. I'm sorry, that was that just boggles me. I understand if you're trailing by 3, trailing by 2, trailing by 1. No, you're trailing by a little over more than a touchdown. They're going for the schedule again, reminding you that the Colts, they play the Raiders and they play the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Cardinals play the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Up next, looks like I could be doing, depending on how things go, I could be doing Cowboys versus Washington football team tomorrow. But I don't quite know yet. So stay tuned. Probably will be doing that though. They're probably going to go for the onside kick at this moment. It's now the second and timeout for the Indianapolis Colts. Both teams, Cardinals and the Colts, have one timeout left remaining. This is now a 6-point game. I do have the audio off, so there wouldn't be any background noise from the game going on right now. So I can't exactly say what the announcers are saying. However, Kurt Warner, I will say this, is announcing this game, and I am excited for his movie coming out. His movie coming out. His story is one of my favorites. Starting out with the Indoor Football League, and looks like the Cardinals kick it off. They try to go for it on the onside kick. Colts, however, recovered. It does not work out, and that pretty much seals the deal. Colts win it 22-16. Well, you still have 40 seconds left to go, but probably know the end of the story here. However, I won't end the stream until after the game ends, just in case if something different happens in the last few plays. They're reviewing it, right? They reviewed it right now. Both teams, again, have one timeout, and the Colts have taken a knee. Yep, that pretty much sums it up. Colts win 22-16. And like I said, and I can't believe I'm saying this again, but I am excited for the Colts. I am excited for the Colts and Jaguars game, only because I want to see if the streak continues for the Colts and Jaguars. The Jaguars have won the last 6 times they played the Colts at home. That's probably one of the few bright spots the Jaguars actually have right now. And that pretty much wraps up the show. Tomorrow, probably still haven't decided yet. The I will probably be doing the Dallas Cowboys and the not Indianapolis Colts, the Washington football team tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, covering the fourth quarter. Check that out. See if that happens. And then next week, who knows what I have planned for the whole New Year's Eve show thing. As for right now, Merry Christmas to all members of the people that are out there watching for the Sports Status. From the Sports Status page, all members, people that are watching out there from the ASAP network to all the viewers out there, and have a happy New Year. I will definitely be back doing another episode next Saturday at the same time. Don't know what I'm going to be covering then yet. That announcement will come out later this week. Tomorrow, like I said before, Cowboys, Washington, probably will be covering that game. But stay tuned in and have a great rest of your night. But this has been Nate the Great signing out, and see you tomorrow.